Hey, and welcome. Hey, and welcome, you guys. Thank you for clicking on the video. Before we get started with this thing, please do all of the things at the bottom of the screen. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Subscribe if you have not already. Comment down in the comment section so we can share our thoughts. Share this video where you share your videos, because sharing is caring, and the Cash App is there for those who would like to, put a little something in the tip jar. Baby, let me check these settings, because sometimes I think it's all good and it's not all good. Okay, my mic is right. Check one. All right. Let's get into this thing if we will. We are here for Young, Famous, and African, baby. It is season 3. Now, when this show first came out, I actually enjoyed season 1. Season 1 of every show tends to be a little bit rough, and then we work out the kinks as we go forward. But if I may be honest, season 2 did not really hit for me. We got introduced to some new people, and that's cool enough. Some I was fond of, some not so much. But I felt like for season 2, we did a lot of putting on for the cameras. Now we're here to season 3, and I feel like we've smoothed it out a little bit. Now, your girl has only watched episodes 1 and 2, but I feel like we've toned down some of the dramatics. We're still putting on for the camera because it's a reality show, okay? And because we are famous and we are young and fabulous, okay? So I get all that. But so far, so good. Let's get right into it, you guys. We are here for season 3, episode 1. It is titled Love's in the Air, okay? And why are we saying that? Because Zari, aka Boss Lady, not a favorite of mine, but if she's a favorite of yours, okay. She is getting married. And at first I said, I know you lying. I know you lying, because you know the first place my mind went. But it ain't him. It's to a fella named Shakib, and we're going to meet him in a little bit. But first, Zari decided to do her big one and, let your haters be your motivators. Now, she invited Nadia. Her and Nadia's cool. No problems there. But she invited Annie. Now, you know her and Annie butt heads last season, baby. Okay? I can't remember season 1, but they for sure butt heads season 2. And Fontana. Okay? Fontana and Zari have been fighting online. As we know, Fontana was smashing the homie Diamond, who has kids with Zari. And she had to find out the hard way, even though everybody was telling her that he had a girlfriend. I said, girl, you is a whole fool, okay? Fontana is another one that was not my favorite last season. I'm not happy to see her returning, but not my show, okay? Like I said, they were surprised they were invited, Annie and Fontana, that is. And I don't know whether Zari planned for them to show up for real, or she just, was being cute. Either way, we have a show to make, so they're there to make the show, okay? We can't have a reality show without a little bit of drama. So that's what we're here for. We also have Swanky Jerry, who is her good friend. Well, actually, he used to be Annie's good friend, and I really, really love the relationship between the two of them. But now he's talking about he's been in therapy for a narcissistic friendship. Really, Swanky? That's what we're going to do already? Episode 1? Okay, cool. Naked is there along with Kaylee. These two have moved in together, and I said, girl, don't you be a forever fiance. Don't you be a forever living together, because we know Naked like to play all day, okay? He doesn't even do not one, not two, not one, but 2 marriages already. And Lewis is back. I like Lewis last season. They gave him a hard time, and it looks like we might have more of the same this season. And why do they call him Lewis? Okay, Lewis. Is that a South African thing? My South African brothers and sisters, please get down in the comments and let your girl know. So, Annie is upset with Nadia. And I said, I hope she and Swanky don't piss me off this season like they did last season. Now, last season, they really, really made that season unbearable. Swanky was doing too much. Annie was doing too much. And they're still not on great terms. And somebody's calling somebody fake. Okay, I can't do it another season. I can't do it another season. It looks like they're going to at least try to do the whole cordial thing and play nice in the sandbox, which please, because I can't do another season of you guys bickering back and forth. You two are my absolute favorite on season 1, so it makes me so sick that y'all have fallen out in this way, but I can't do the dramatics. I cannot. And part of the problem is Miss Annie is a bit of a doormat when it comes to Tubaba, baby, but we gonna get into it a little bit later. So everybody is looking good. Everybody is wearing all white. Okay, looking so good. And Shakib is from, this is Zari's husband to be. He's from Uganda and he is a businessman and a boxer, among other things. Okay, it's given he got 10 jobs. Okay, it's given a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker. And they say this man is somewhere in his 20s. You know what? To each his own. Zari love her a little young man, and if she like it, I love it. Okay, I ain't got to marry the young fella, but that causes quite the conversation. But before we get into that, Shakib sits down and has a conversation with Naked, and he brings up Diamond. Now, Naked points out, listen, I've been married twice, like I said before, that he ain't really the one to have this conversation with, but he's going to try to do his best. And I said, sir, this is for Shakib. Why are you getting married if you seem to have an issue with Zari and Diamond being a little too cozy-wozy, a little too touchy-feely? And I'm like, and why are we bringing us up at the wedding now? It could be, for show purposes. I hope, I pray that these are not real life problems. This is not what y'all are dealing with at home. But Naked kind of assures him that Zari is smitten for him. Whatever it is, it may be for the show, because Sir did not find it fitting to not get married. Okay, they walked down that aisle. Now Annie is over there talking cash-ish in the audience. Okay, she said Zari was inspired by her wedding, but we have to remember she wasn't invited. She wasn't invited, and she actually was acting like, ain't this in my wedding venue, girl? How you don't know if this is your wedding venue or not? We find out later that it is not. I can't remember if it's in episode 2. Like I said, we're gonna do episodes 1 and episode 2. So we're gonna finish out this episode. Then I'm gonna give y'all a little, commercial break and go get a little sip of water, and we'll get into episode 2. Now, Diamond was not at the wedding, and Naked feels like, he should have showed up to be there to show unity to the kids. But I was like, I don't know. You guys chime in and get down in the comments. You're co-parenting, okay? And, your kid's mother or father is getting married. Are y'all going to the wedding? Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. It depends on what relationship it depends on what relationship you have. I can tell you from my perspective, it will be a no, but that's just me. Let's move on. Anyway, Annie, like I said, she's got the jokes. She's talking about the hubby to be and his age and how young he is and how he probably around the age of some of her oldest kids, and he gonna be in the club with the kids, and Zari got 5 kids, and I said, now Annie, girl, you could have stayed home for all of this, but again, it is a show. Now, like I said, Zari is not my favorite person, but she looks hella good, okay? She looks hella good coming in that gown, baby, okay? Now, I know some had a problem with her wearing white, but at this day and age, white don't mean nothing, okay? At least over here in America. My South African people let me know. It don't matter that much. Yes, she got 5 kids. Yes, this is not her first marriage, but do we really care that much about wearing white anymore? I don't. So everything looks good. They say their vows, and now they're Mr. and Mrs. Now, I laugh. We did get a quick little thing of Lewis. His date, if you will, was the official. Okay. Anyway. So now, somewhere in the middle of this thing, Annie decides, and I said, Annie, I could tell I'm about to be sick of you already, that this is the time to address Nadia for taking sides. Now, like I said, I used to love Annie, but between last season and this girl, you make it hard to defend you, okay? Every time I want to take up for you, I got to support you in quiet, okay? Every time I want to take up for you, you do something crazy like this. And Nadia's like, is telling us, I believe it's in the confessional, that essentially Annie is not her friend. Swanky is. And I said, yikes. You know, your girl like to say a good little yikes. But I get it. You know, we cordial. It's through association. That's my friend. And so I'm going to ride with him. Okay. We're not gonna dwell on it. We get to the reception. The reception is absolutely beautiful because you know right now to put on. Okay, this show is going to give you, ambiance and all of the things. Fantana is on an island, baby. She all over in the corner on the other side of the room, by the bathroom, by the kitchen. Now she's supposed to be next to Diamond because we do see a card for Diamond, but Diamond ain't nowhere to be found. He don't come to the wedding. He don't come to the reception. And then we see a car pull up outside. Now, first they make us believe like it's going to be Diamond, baby. It is not. It is a baddie, okay? It is Kafile. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. I'm going to say Kifi because I think that's what they were calling her later on in the episodes. And this is Swanky's friend. She is a content creator and an entrepreneur and a +1, okay? Nadia also knows her. But like I said, she was not invited. But Zari says she gonna let it go this time. She gonna keep it cute for now, okay? For now, because you know one thing Zari is not going to do is be quiet. This review gonna be a little longer than I thought, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me, okay? You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm gonna do it all in one. I'm gonna try to give y'all 4 videos: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. So Annie decides to stand up at this damn reception and give a speech, and everyone, including Zari, is surprised, shocked, looking like, all right, girl, don't say nothing stupid, because that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, Annie, don't get up here and act the fool. Now, I don't know whether the spirits had gotten her, that's the liquor, or the spirits, as in the Holy Spirit, has got into her. But she gets up there and says, she loves love, and I thank you for inviting me, and you are so amazing. And, she's apologizing, and Zari don't know if it's sincere, but she go with it. She like, at least she didn't get up there and show her arse. Okay, Nadia thinks it's BS and fake, and I tend to agree because the further we move on in the episode and into episode 2, we find out that Annie just be saying whatever she wants to say. Okay, Annie is a former actress and she likes to get up there and perform for the camera. So now, after this wedding, things get kind of crazy, okay? We get a whole bunch of little meetings we here and there and everywhere. And your girl is going to try to put it together as best as she can so as not to jump around. So please bear with me. All right, y'all. So Diamond is back in Joburg, and he says Zari did not invite him to her wedding. He says he would have came. Baby, if you can see the blink, 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 that's on my face, okay? He says there's been a lot going on social media over Fontana, which we know he gave her I was very annoyed with him myself last season because he gave her the ammo. And baby, one thing you don't never do is give somebody the ammo, especially against the mother of your children. Like, how disgusting. I digress. So he meets up with Naked a few days after the wedding. And he gonna tell Naked the same thing. He wasn't invited. Naked's like, how? Sweat, your name was on the seat. I seen your name. I seen your name on the seat. And he says, we weren't speaking. So how could she invite me? Sir, same way anybody else gets an invitation. She sent you a formal invitation through the mail or through the email or however the hell you got it. But at first I was like, okay, who's lying, who's not? I'm assuming it's Diamond. I'm going to assume it's Diamond. Just because baby girl did not call you up directly and kiss the ring to get you to come. Anyway, so he's saying that she kind of is on, if you want to see the kids, you can go to court. Baby, we're going to have to chop that up a little bit. So the whole court thing, I'm like, sometimes that gets thrown around and we don't necessarily, let's not say people don't necessarily mean that when they say it, but I'm like, this seems a little bit different than the vibe that I got from Shakib, because he was seeming a little insecure, baby. I don't even know how to make heads or tails of it, but I guess 2 things could be true. Let's just move on. He basically is saying it shouldn't have been bought or hashed out on social media, which Diamond, I get that, but if Fontana was over there throwing shots at Zari, and you got 2 women that's not about to back down, I just, yeah. So they talk about Naked's convo with Shakib, and Diamond's like, he ain't jealous, like she like it, I love it because I can have her back if I want to. And I said, ooh, yikes. And I feel like that's how Shakib may have been feeling too, and that's how we got into this conversation. So we get a quick little like I said, we got a bunch of post wedding meetings. Like we have one with Zari checking in with Kaylee. Baby, we're gonna skip over that because we have more pressing issues to get with it. Fontana and Annie have lunch. Now, Annie girl, you like I said, I am not a Fontana fan. Annie girl, you are grasping at straws. Okay. Like I said, I'm ready to see how this goes. But Annie, are you just looking for somebody to film with? Because girl, this ain't it. So she says that, she meant what she said at the wedding and she loves to see love and she wants to see what there is, And Fontana brings up the whole little, her saying what she had to say at the wedding. And she's like, nah, me and Kaylee's cool. Now, Nadia, baby, not so much. Now, she tells Fontana what we already knew, that she is upset with Nadia because of the Swanky situation and her taking sides. And she's mad with the cause of the recording allegations, which she says there's no recordings, but her kids are being bullied at school and her daughter is affected by it. And I was like, that's another thing that had me going, because I really, really hope that what he said is not true about those recordings. And do we hear the recordings? Y'all refresh my memory. Fantana, she feels caught in the middle, but she says that she is about to run it back to Swanky because, that's her homeboy. They cool like that. And that she kind of feels, I don't know, she said use, it was the word she used, but she thought this was supposed to be a meeting to get to know her, and there was no getting to know anything. This was just a bash Swanky session. So while she's meeting with Annie, Nadia is meeting with Keefe, and she's filling her in on all the key players, all the people that's on the show, and we're going to be filming with and doing the things. And she tells her that Annie and Zari are not cool. Okay, let's just fill you in there. And that she was surprised that, she was even invited. And she's telling her, same thing. Annie's not my friend. Swanky is my friend. And Kanye, girl, it's been a minute. We ain't seen her yet in the first 2 episodes, but that she was Annie's friend and she hasn't been speaking to her. So now Keefe decides that she's going to have an event and invites everyone. Okay. Except Swanky, because Swanky can't make it because he's booked and busy, or perhaps he don't want to be around y'all hoes. I don't really know. So Keefe has 2 kids, and Annie's like the first one to come in, and she wanted dressed to impress. And she likes Annie. They're vibing, they're talking about the kids and everything. But Nadia, baby, she's the next to arrive, and it is tense. Okay. She sits down and she points out, she like, Annie, this is actually your wedding venue, girl. You remember that? Because you had said that where Zari had her wedding that ain't it. This the place right here. I said, ooh, baby, Nadia is not letting up. So we start talking about this wedding and this toast and everything. And Annie's like, if that's love, then I'm happy for her. So now Nadia is like, you always so negative. So Annie starts to bring up the age difference again, which really ain't none of her business. It's really not. You don't have to like it, but at the end of the day, girl, it ain't really none of your business. So the 2 of them start to going back and forth and forth and back. And Keefe is me like, baby, let me have a drink, because what are we even doing here? And I said, where's the rest of the people? This is supposed to be an event, and it's just the 3 of y'all sitting down. So Annie gets up to leave. Because she calling Nadia B, because they just going back and forth, baby. We don't got to get into all the words of it. They're going back and forth and back. She called Nadia B. Keefe is confusion. Okay, what is this? This is not what I called you here for. Now, low key, I do, because a lot of these people on the show, and your girl ain't feeling them. Your girl's not feeling them. They make it hard to like them. Nadia, I'm kind of neutral with. I rocks with Nadia, and low key, Nadia be eating Annie's ass up. Okay, she be getting Annie all together. Okay, now Before we get into episode 2, I'm gonna give y'all a little commercial break real quick. Let you go get your water, come back, give y'all a break, and we're gonna get into episode 2. Let me set my music up. Here we go. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have taken a minute to like the video. Drop your comments down in that comment section about episode 1, because we're about to get into episode 2, y'all. Okay, it's called Boundaries. Boundaries. Baby, that is what it is called. Okay, let's get back. Let's just roll right on back into the thing. So Annie, like I said, she calls her a B at the end of episode 1. She gets up and exits stage left. She leaves, okay? And then all of a sudden, now the people start to show up, because I was confused. And I thought she said it was an event, and then it was only Annie and Nadia. So Lewis is the first to show up. And we start talking about him having a girlfriend at the wedding, but now he's saying it's his special friend. I said, baby, I know why that is. That's because he likes Keefe, okay? He likes Keefe. But Keefe is like 32, and I think Lewis is like 30, and she's like, I don't do younger, not even 2 years, baby. I kind of feel you on that. 2 years is not bad. Your girl prefers older, like a nice little 5 years older. Do you kind of right? But at this age and stage, I'll go a couple years younger. I'm in my 40s, so we still got to stay in the 40s. Okay, we're not going down to the 30s. Got to stay in the 40s, but I get the maturity level of it all. So Fantana comes in. Ugh. She sees Nadia first. It's like she meets her before she gets to the table, and she, spills all the beans about what Annie has said about Swanky. Because if one thing we're not going to do is be repetitive. So Zari and her husband arrive, and she talks about, because now I think we all sitting at the table, how she was not pleased with Keefe's entrance. Naked, he comes on in. Shakib blows up Lewis's spot about liking Keefe. I had just said he likes Keefe, but he's like, oh, I said da. So Fantana somehow starts talking ish, like, oh, you like everybody. You like this one today and this one tomorrow. Buy one, get one free. She aggravates my nerves. Okay, stop. So Lewis interjects, and I'm glad Lewis stood on his business. Okay, he said, I'm confused because I date multiple women, but you could do the same. I said, okay, Lewis, get her ass together. Okay, please get her together, because now they're going back and forth and forth and back. Sir is tired. Okay, she's standing up. Ma'am, do you want to fight this grown ass man? Fantana girl, you are whack. You like Diamond's old weird looking ass. Please don't come for me, because I know Diamond is famous and he's popping over there and he's a big artist and the ladies love him. He remind me of somebody that I grew up with in the face, and I just but not only that, like no. So Keefe is not pleased. Again, she's like, what is going on? Like, she is thinking she is going to get, girl, it's reality TV, okay? We done already had Annie and Nadia bickering, and now this. So after the whole little event, child, again, we're going to have 60-11 meetups. 60-11. Hold on. I just want to make sure I stay on my P's and Q's. Diamond goes to meet with Fantana. This is a whole separate thing. Like I said, this is after the wedding. The event is over. And he lies and he says he bought her flowers from Tanzania. This is the type of dude he is, okay? And he says in a confessional, like, they're not from Tanzania, but she likes to feel special. She likes, people to give her compliments and things. And she says she likes compliments. Now she's mad about the whole girlfriend situation, and he's still lying, saying that it's his artist. I'm gonna put that in air quotes. It's his artist. But she knows, low key, they be screwing the artists. Girl, you're not wrong. All of this back and forth and letting this man play in your face only to turn around and let him smash, because they go off and they about to go sleep together. And I said, this one got no respect for this lady and this man. But I mean, they grown, so they can go ahead and do what grown people do. But just know, I don't really care. After talking to her new husband, Zari and the kids meet with Diamond, and he's like, he gives her the whole thing about how he doesn't like her speaking on social media. And I said, sir, go over there and talk to Fantana, who you gave the ammo, and not her. And I get it. We're supposed to be grown women. So sometimes, you're supposed to be the bigger person, but sometimes you can't be the bigger person. You're going to spray me online and I got to sit here and be quiet. I know. We got to work it out. So she kind of tells him that he needs to meet with Shakib and talk. And I think that it is crazy that being that you have married this man and you have kids with Diamond, that they have not met up before you got married. I don't know how. Did he say 14 months that they was dating, or am I mixing shows up? Get down in the comments, y'all, and let me know. Is it 14 months that these two are together and now they're married? I don't know. In any event, I feel like as a woman with kids, as a single mother, that they should have met up before now. Child, hold on one second, because like I said, we got 5011 meetups, and I don't want to go over all of them, because all of them are not relevant. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of yang here, there, and everywhere. Exactly, like I said, much of nothing. We got a meeting with Swanky, Zari, and Nadia where we're talking about the plus ones. Nadia is telling Zari what Annie said at the wedding and talking about how the husband was young, because like I said, we don't spill the beans. And she tells Swanky what Annie has said to Fantana. And so now Zari and Nadia, they want Annie out of here. I guess they want Annie off the show, baby. Ooh, my computer was swirling, so I hope my sound didn't go out. Now Annie meets with Keefe, and she's over, at Keefe's house. And these two are building a rapport. They're building like a real friendship. I said I was going to glaze over these quick little meetings, but they're building a real friendship. Two of them seem to really like each other for now. Okay, you ain't nothing to get on. You haven't done nothing to get on Annie's nerves, and vice versa. Although we don't really know Keefe, but everybody has their breaking point. So she starts talking about Nadia being in mourning and a lost love. And I'm confused because I know Nadia dated, oh God, she dated that guy. He's like a rapper and an actor. But then she dated somebody else who did pass away. So I don't know if she's being sincere or not, because Annie plays all day with the jokes. Y'all can get down in the comments and let me know, because I didn't rewatch season 2 before I got into season 3. So I'm just doing everything off of memory. They give you the little blurb at the beginning, but then that's it. And it just starts talking about her music not charting. This is why I said Annie play all day and Annie like to keep it messy. And Annie, you really need to worry about that husband, okay? Instead of being in other folks' business and throwing shots. I mean, I get it when they throw it at you, but when they're not being thrown, baby, you don't got to be on the offense. Defense, yes. Offense, no. Worry about yours, because And like I said, Nadia be eating you up, girl. Annie used to be my girl. Nadia be eating you up. So we finally get the sit down that we all need. And Diamond sits down to meet with Shakib. Shakib comes to him correct, and I really appreciated him. I think I'm actually going to like him. Fingers crossed, baby, because you like him for 2 seconds, like I said, like Annie, and then all of a sudden you just can't ride for him no more. So he says, because remember Shakib's young, that he was a fan of Diamond, okay? Diamond likes that, okay? He likes it. He's kissing the ring low key. So he's asking, because Diamond got a song. I forgot the name of the song, and it's Ugandan and what it translates to. But he want to know, is this a song about my wife? Is this a song about Zari? And then they show us like scenes or footage of a concert where he said it is dedicated to Miss Zari, boss lady. That might not have been his exact words, but he definitely said it was dedicated to her. So Shakib feels like, it's disrespectful. He kind of asked him to stop doing things that make her feel disrespected and also him feeling disrespected. And low-key, keep your hands to yourself, brother. I know he wants to say that so bad. So Diamond is like, they start talking about babies. Baby, not that she had told Diamond that she wanted to have a baby with him via a surrogacy. I said, oh no, Miss Zari, are you messy like that for real, girl? Oh no. Maybe I guess ain't that much to talk about in episode 2 because we're about to wrap this thing up. But and Shakib, he's not upset, but he is keeping it real cool. Okay, for 20 something years old, I am vibing his energy. Okay, at least this episode because he's like that's what we was talking about doing. So it's gonna have to be some conversations had at home. So now, as we wrap this episode up, Kaylee is having an event called the Diamond and Pearls event. Now, the ladies are going to show up in their best. Keefe and Annie are riding together. Zari, as she shows up, she's ready to confront Annie. So she feels Kaylee in on what had happened was, and not Nadia had told her had happened. Fontana, when she shows up, she feels, they off to the side, everybody having their different conversations. She feels Swanky in on what Annie has said. And I said, baby, it's not about to go good for Annie. Now, Annie is riding in the car, like I said, with Keefe, and she seems sad, I'm an air quote, about the relationship with Swanky on their car ride there, that she lost this, this relationship, this friendship, and how close it used to be. But again, Annie likes to put on for the camera. So, she say one thing and she do another. So now when she comes into the space, okay, everybody's seated. We have our king and queen chairs and beautiful, okay, beautiful. She gives Swanky a kiss. Oh, it's the king, da, 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 da. Okay. Now they said she was fake. Zari called her fake, and Swanky called her fake. I get it, but we're not going to be cordial. I get it. Y'all might consider it fake, but we don't got to fight from the door, okay? And we don't got to fight all the time. So now Swanky sitting at the head of the table, Annie sitting at the other head of the table, and it's about to unfold, baby. It's about to unfold because Keefe's talking to Zari about the whole +1 thing, and then Annie makes a comment like, you got to get used to Zari, and Zari can't hold back. She's like, girl, because I was just waiting for you to say something, okay? I was just on ready. I was waiting for you to say something. What's up with all the comments you made about my wedding and about my husband? So Annie starts talking about the age and blah 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 and whatnot. Zari's like, well, your husband is 50 years old and having babies with 20 years old all over. Because Annie's like, where the babies at? Oh, baby. Zari has said the babies was all over the countries and the nations and here, there, and everywhere. And I said, ooh, man, baby, I kind of low-key, Annie, we did see that season 2 because we was hoping you got divorced, and that's why we be calling you Two Papa's doormat, because ooh, girl. So it's slinging and going back and forth, okay? And essentially, Zari is telling her, baby, you need to worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. And can we really be mad at her? No, we can't. But again, it's kind of hard because we're trying to make a show. So if nobody say nothing, are we really going to watch it? I mean, I am, because I like a good little boring show every now and again. But, the average viewer, are we going to watch a show where there's nothing? I don't know. Y'all let me know. So Keefe is trying to diffuse the situation. Like, okay, let's have a moment of silence. Zari's like, for what? Did somebody die? Baby. Zari don't want to hear it, okay? She like, you gonna let me fuss. I've been waiting, okay? I pulled up. I said I wasn't gonna knock all this ish over Kaylee, but I'm gonna speak my piece. Speaking of Kaylee chimes in and tries to diffuse the situation, but Zari ain't done. She ain't done. It's all kind of B words being thrown around back and forth and back. And maybe that is where the episode ends, okay? That's the only thing I kind of can't stand about these, because I did 1 and 2 together because 1 kind of rolled into 2, but 2's rolling into 3. But we're not about to do 4 episodes together. We just not. We're going to do 2 because we're rolling up on the 35-minute mark. So we're going to keep it cute. That's been episodes 1 and 2. I need you guys to get down in the comments and let me know only episodes 1 and 2. Please do not spoil it for me, guys. Typically, when I do these things, I'm not that person. I watch everything just that way. When you get down in the comments and you spoil it, I won't be in my feelings. But I'm telling y'all right now, your girl's going to be in her feelings. I only watch episodes 1 and 2, okay? Because I'm trying to take my notes and gather my thoughts as I go. I don't want everything to be conflated. And then, anyway. Keep your notifications on, okay? Because we're going to break it up as best as we can. Next up will be episodes 3 and 4. Sometime during the week next week. Like I said, keep the notifications on. If you haven't liked the video already at this point, what are you waiting for? Are you not entertained? Please subscribe, because I see y'all watching, because the watch hours is watching for the most part, but the subscribers not so much. Like I said, comment in that comment section and let me know what you thought about episodes 1 and 2 only. And share this video where you share your videos, because sharing is most definitely caring. Now, let's take this down real quick. And your girl has goals. I don't mean to drag it. Help me get to 1,000. I may change this date from March and give y'all a little bit more time. I might make it, bring it on to April, so I can give them a little more time, because I seem to be losing subs instead of gaining them. We ain't even at 5 yet. But share the video where you share your video. Help a sister out. I appreciate you guys ever so kindly. And, check out some of my other videos, and I will see you good people in the next video. Peace.